Alright, we're back. Starting another YouTube video. We just finished investigation day 1. 15th April, Baker Street.
See? That's why I hate grown-ups. All I do is feed you a pack of lies and take stuff away from you.
Oh really, Miss Lestrade? You're telling me is that all about keeping you warm?
What? Oh my! Surely you were given that. Yeah, the day let me keep it. After I looked daggers at him for long enough, he went through the pockets and said, "Go on then, have it," before telling me to scarper. Oh, I suppose not giving people look like you hate him, you know?
Can't help but feeling that it's going to get you into serious trouble one day.
What I really wanted was that nice shiny disc mine.
The music box disc? Mr. Wondermate said it was practically worthless.
I think I'm gonna go have another bash. Give a long stare.
I think not, Miss Lestrade. We shan't enter Windebax again today.
Why not? That's not fair.
Can't be helped, I'm afraid. The police are investigating the scene now, taking a statement from Mr. Windebank.
But that disc's mine. I had to take it for this coat, and it was in this coat's pocket. There should be something else. There should be something else at all. That's what the rotten coat said, ain't it?
Yes, he did mention another article, didn't he?
Well, that's mine too, whatever it is.
Oh, she's really pushing her luck. Miss Lestrade, I think it's time to admit defeat. You've had your haul for the day.
Yeah, and it's all your fault, Sholmes.
So what are your plans now? Will you dine with us this evening? I mean, he's the reason you got the coat to begin with. Otherwise, the other guy was gonna just get to walk off with it. I bet.
Eh?
I also would be delighted to cook, I'm sure, and I might entertain you with a modest violin recital.
Not
Oh.
Why I come around your place, eh? Have you lost your head or something? Oh dear, she's gone.
Having her reviled me quite unnecessarily, I might add. I can't help but wondering if perhaps you might turn up anyway. Interesting. Well, she's had a chance to calm down. This is a good chance she'll decide to come. Very well then. I'll inform Iris to set a place for our potential guests at the dinner table this evening. And one more thing. I should be glad of your company later too. Sorry? I believe I will have a rather splendid surprise to show you.
Oh, how exciting! What is it?
You shall have to wait and see, Mr. Sato. Until then, later. Do we go back to the consultancy? Sweet. The suite. Okay. 15th April, 3:46 p.m. Sholmes' suite.
Ah, Susie and Reno, come in, come in.
Good afternoon, Iris.
Thank you so very much for breakfast this morning. Oh, don't mention. Goodness, look at the time already.
Busy as always.
I am. I'm preparing everything for dinner this evening.
Already? You're obviously cooking something special, are you?
Oh yes, after all, we have a special guest joining us. Guess what it is? Go on. You'll never guess.
With those little eyes of hers shining.
Oh dear, if it's awkward, we already know the answer, isn't it? that exciting? Oh, what a surprise. Yes, that's wonderful news.
Wow, Iris is overjoyed at the idea.
I can't wait till it's pickpocketing and gets from a real professional.
Oh yes, that does sound like fun.
I'm not sure that's entirely appropriate.
Are you Mr. Naruto? By the way, Iris, what's Mr. Sholmes up to?
Oh, he's been like that ever since he got back.
Hello, Mr. Sholmes? I beg that you won't speak. I beg that you won't speak to me. Sorry? I don't know who you are, but kindly take your leave. As you can see, I'm not here. I don't know how to respond to that. I wouldn't know how to respond to that either.
You apologize. When he gets like this, he's completely oblivious to everything.
Yes, I see.
Really, he just behaves like a child sometimes. Here he does.
Mr. Sholmes and Iris have something of a parent and child relationship, don't they? It's the opposite though, right? Yes, except that Iris is clearly the parent here. Come to think of it, I wonder where her real parents are. She said they're not around anymore.
What's the matter, man? You have such a funny look on your face.
Oh, no, that's nothing. We already know the answer to that. She said that they're not around anymore, implying that they're, I guess implying that they're dead, but...
I know what it is. Why does this girl live here with Mr. Jones? Alright?
How did you...
I don't know. I can read you like a book.
This girl is dangerous.
Don't worry, you can ask me anything. I don't mind.
Let's talk about Jeannie first. So by Jeannie, you mean Miss Lestrade, the young woman from the Gilded case 2 months ago, right?
Yes. Who also stole my experimental smoke grenade launcher? Well, after that trial, I got her back here. We had dinner together. And now we're the best of friends. Oh, what a lovely tale. What a lovely tale. Yes, now if I run into her on the street, she runs away as fast as she can. Oh. I chase after her down the back alleys.
Interesting idea of friendship.
And then I let her have the latest color of smoke grenade I developed.
Oh.
Oh. There's so many beautiful colors in the world. People wants to make a whole rainbow.
I suppose this means you've let Miss Lestrade keep that smoke grenade launcher, have you?
Yes, that's right. I got bored of it anyway. Hurley always reacts the same way when I shoot him with the arrow.
Or Hurley.
I can't wait for Kitty to arrive. It's been 2 months since she last came over. I'm so excited!
I just hope she does actually come.
I'm sure you've been wondering why it is that I live here with Hurley, haven't you?
Well, it has crossed my mind. That and where are your real parents?
My mom and daddy aren't with me anymore. Mommy passed away when I was born. Around the same time my father. Well, he had to go to a faraway land because of one of the cases he and Hurley were working on.
Oh. Wait a minute. Did you say he and Hurley?
Yeah. Daddy and Hurley were always solving mysterious cases together.
She didn't mention that before. Yeah, that she didn't mention before, but...
I wrote them all up in his diaries. That's what's inside them in the metal chest over there.
Really? You recorded them all?
So, you mean it's true, Mr. Sholmes? You really did have a partner with whom he tackled some of his most taxing cases? Hey, yes. I mean, it's always nice to have one, isn't it?
So Mr. Sholmes' partner was your father?
Exactly. He told me I wasn't allowed to look in the chest. But then found your father's memoirs. Yes, so I asked her who wrote these. He nearly fell off his chair. But then he told me. That's when I found out that the author of all those accounts was my father.
Cyrus's father was Mr. Soames' partner.
I practically lived with Hurley all my life. I was tiny when he took me in. So, it came as quite a shock when Hurley told me he wasn't really my daddy, I mean.
He must have done.
I wonder why Mr. Soames chose to tell you, and at such a young age. I would say it's because he wouldn't have been able to hide it from you.
I mean, that makes sense.
Oh? Well, having lived with him all these years, it makes it that his ways have rubbed off on me. There's some things I can just see. Especially lies. Almost know when people are lying before they open their mouths sometimes.
Right.
Anyway, I was fascinated when I read Daddy's diaries. That's inspiring when you enjoyed the adventures of Sherlock Holmes, actually. I'd always assumed Mr. Sholmes simply told you all those thrilling stories. Oh no, it was hopeless, I thought. He forgets everything as soon as he solved the case, and all vanishes from his mind. Oh, I see. Yeah, they think it's so embarrassing. It's usually he totally forgot about the case he just solved. So the very next day, he gathered together all the people involved and proceeded to solve the case again. That's kind of shock for him.
You can say that again.
You share your father's surname, don't you, Iris? That's right, Wilson. Daddy is Dr. John H. Wilson. I learned from his diaries that he's a doctor of medicine, you see. That's what prompted me to study and study so that I could learn a doctor as well.
Iris' father went to some distant land. She went to some distant land. Yeah, that confirms it. It is a doctor by the name of John H. Wilson. That confirms it. That was the Wilson. That was the doctor, or the victim from the first case. From episode 1. The court will now hear the trial of Rinosuke Naruhoto. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson. That's right. Visiting professor of medicine at Imperial Yume University. The man who, in the most bizarre of circumstances, lost his life just before we left Japan. Miss Sato.
Yes.
Perhaps we shouldn't pursue this conversation any further at this time.
I think that would be for the best.
Ah, my dear fellows, how good to see you.
Mr. Sholmes!
Why ever did you not make your presence known to me before? Well, no matter now. So, how the devil are you? We've been with you for most of the day. Goodness, really?
Do tell me, Mr. Sholmes, is your violin unscathed?
My violin? Whatever are you talking about, dear madam?
Oh,
Never mind that now. I have something far more interesting to show you. Behold, my dear fellows.
Oh, another music box disc.
No, not another disc, Mr. Sato. This is the one Grayson demanded we hand over as evidence. Mr. McGilden's disc. Why do we have this still?
Oh my!
Then what's it doing here? You know, at times, Mr. Naruhodo, I think that I have an undeniable turn for detection. But though I have an undeniable turn for detection, I may well be even more adept at larceny. Wait, is it the same one? Because the one that we had the blood on it, right? And that's how you can tell. So that's gonna be that blood. The presence of that blood is gonna be very important because that's how we're gonna be able to tell one disc from the other. I can promise that is the case. We already know that there's another that there's supposed to be another disc. I don't even know why they're trying to act like it's not another a second disc, because it was even the guy even outright said that there was supposed to be 2 discs in the code. So we probably have one and that doesn't have blood on it, and the other one that does have blood on it is with the guy, or with Gregson or whatever.
Oh, that would be wonderfully exciting. I'd be your pickpocketing assistant.
And yeah, the blood stain is how we're gonna tell one disc. Is how we're supposed to tell one disc from the other.
Maybe that could be our go-to lawyer if we ever got caught.
Right.
Plus, she has such beautiful handwriting, she could write all our minutes and crime notifications. Yes, I'd be delighted.
I'm just going to pretend this conversation never happened, I think. I don't understand. How did that disc come to be in your possession? It's not the same disc! Look, the bloodstain's not there. I thought Inspector Gresson took it back to Scotland Yard. Quite correct. And that sort of uncompromising attitude is precisely why I always carry some of this. That's a bar of caramel, Mr. Jones. Caramel. Your one and only friend in times of loneliness, if I'm not mistaken. If you will humor me, my dear fellows, cast your minds back to when the good detective confiscated the disc. Yeah, see, the bloodstain's not there. I circled the wrong area for the bloodstain, but look, the bloodstain is there in this one, but not the other one. I'll be taking that whatever it is from McGilden's done to the yacht, thank you very much. So I hand it over. Oh, yes, of course. If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate. It's all yours, Inspector. But yeah, see, the blood's there, but it's not there on that one, but it's not on this one. For the purpose of moments, I had the disc in my hands, did I not? Yes, you did, but I still don't understand. It was at precisely that moment that I summoned my one and only friend into action. I pressed the disc into a pair of bars like this. That's amazing. The disc and all the minuscule protrusions have made an image in the caramel. Indeed, this caramel is quite exceptional. I developed it myself, you know. Super soft for making impressions, but resistant to melting. The result of a precisely controlled solution. How extraordinary! Carrying a pair of these on one's person frequently proves useful indeed. Take a house key, for example. A simple press and its unique form is duplicated. I can enter anyone's property at will, and never without high sucrose nourishment. Yes, it sounds illegal. From the image, I was able to create this. I confess I was most curious to know what manner of music would issue from the disc when played. Let's talk about McGilded first. Magnus McGilded, not a name I expected to hear again so soon. Yes, it's only been 2 months since that grisly case. I mean, 2 months is a long time for someone to have died in such a in this kind of manner. Mr. McGilded perished within hours of the trial's conclusion. Was it the curse of the Reaper? No one knows, still now. The omnibus was reduced to a pile of ash. Not a shred of evidence remained. And with the man's death, the truth about the murder which he was so intimately involved was buried. Even though we successfully established Mr. McGilded's innocence in the trial, not really, it was still very up in the air.
The newspapers are still claiming that it remains an unsolved case.
Because it was an unsolved case. The murder of the brickmaker and Mr. Thrice-fired Mason. In the end, the truth of the matter remains a mystery. We still have no idea what really happened that night. Although Mr. McGilded was found not guilty through my defense, I still don't know if that was the right judgment or not. It would appear the case is not yet closed.
Do tell us then, Mr. Sholmes. What music does the disc play?
Well, unfortunately, I have no idea. No idea? None whatsoever. Are you familiar with the workings of a music box, my dear fellows? No, I'm afraid not.
Goodness, you don't know her now? Inside a music box is a special metal piece called a cone. That's what produces the sound. Small protuberances plug the different teeth of the cone as they rotate past it, making the different notes. Fancy music boxes to be invented used a rotating cylinder with protuberances on it.
But over time, a new type of player was produced, which uses discs such as these. With that development, the popularity of music boxes spread far and wide, all around the globe.
Why exactly?
Because the discs are easy to produce and can be interchanged to facilitate the playing of different tunes. There are a great many firms in Europe now manufacturing music boxes as a result.
It is wonderful to be able to enjoy music even when no performer is present.
But it is the very success of the invention that means we are now presented with an insurmountable problem. What do you mean? As you may imagine, the construction of one firm's music box doesn't match that of another. We have no way of knowing in which music box this particular disc was designed to be played. There is no resolution to this problem, I'm afraid. It's quite intractable. Ah, I see. So that's why. Naturally, I tested the disc of those few music boxes I have at my disposal. But as you can hear, to no avail. The results were equally unsatisfactory in this one. So, I am presently engaged in acquiring an example of all the music boxes ever made in Europe.
Every single one? That's really going. We're taking things too far.
But my dear girl, an unsolved riddle is quite repugnant to my constitution. Surely all the different types of in Europe will amount to a huge volume of music boxes, won't it? Yes, that is certainly true. In the worst case, I shall just have to ask you to vacate the attic room. What?
It last time Mr. Killington's ready for dinner, I think. Ginny will be here before long.
Thank you, Iris.
Oh, you must let me help you then. Of course, Stevie. There's plenty of things to do.
I think I shall investigate the condition of my faithful performing partner. Now then, why did I leave it? Will this be a lesson to you, Mr. Schultz? Never leave anything too precious at the pawnbroker. Yes, you may be right.
Oh, that reminds me. What's that Mr. Winterbank said before? He said that he had a manuscript of Iris's in pawn, didn't he?
Did he? Yes, he definitely mentioned it. Mr. Jones's latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom, were his words, I believe.
So you heard about it, did you? I expect you were as incensed as I was. Oh yes, the idea of such a wonderful store languishing in Mr. Winterbank's storeroom gathering dust.
My dear madam, I'm quite sure I told you already. The pawnbroker's storeroom is the safest place for it, more secure than a bank's vault.
What about your Stradivarius, Hooten? Is that safe and secure?
Well, there may be the occasional mix-up, caused by a certain impetuous someone not too far from me now.
Do you have any idea how long it took me to write that Baskerville story, Hurley? Oh, it sounds so exciting! The Hound of Baskervilles. I should love to read it.
She didn't say the title.
Ah!
Yeah, Iris didn't say the title, Susato. What's going on here? Why does it feel like an icy chill just swept through the room?
Susie, what did you just say? You said the Hound of the Baskervilles? But how could you know the full title? Well, that's
because Miss Susato is such a great fan of all the stories about Mr. Sholmes, of course.
But you know, the Hound of the Baskervilles has never been published.
What?
When I showed Hurley's manuscript, he told me that I wasn't allowed to publish it yet.
I don't understand.
That's why he says he'd like to keep it safe. It wasn't until when the time was right for the story to be made public, you see.
So that's why the manuscript... Does it Winterbanks?
And yet, how could Susie here know its title? Well, Hurley, what's going on?
Ah. What is it, Mr. Sholmes? It would appear our guest has arrived. Miss Lestrade.
This was a bad idea. I know I weren't welcome. I'm going.
No, wait! Miss Lestrade. We've all been eagerly awaiting your arrival. Haven't we, Iris?
Yes, just what I see. We'll have everything ready on Jiffy. Look, Susie. Right, of course. It's a pleasure to see you here, Miss Lestrade. Please make yourself at home.
Don't stand at the doorway, my dear girl.
Come on, walk in.
What say you to some mental soup? I won't take no for an answer. Meddlesome it is, then.
Oh, Wagai.
That evening, Iris prepared us all a meal that was even more delicious than usual. Mr. Sholmes' violin performance was in no way meddlesome, and Gina, as well, Caller taught us all how to steal things from one another without being noticed. Everyone thoroughly enjoyed themselves well into the night. 15th April, 9:34 p.m. Naruhodo's Legal Consultancy. That was a very enjoyable evening, wasn't it?
Oh yes, Iris's cooking was truly divine.
But I feel as though I can still hear the enchanting strains of Mr. Jones's violin even now.
Best of all, I bet I could steal the glasses from his lordship's face next time we're in court.
Don't steal the judge's glasses.
Naruhodo-san, can I consult with you about something, I wonder?
What's the matter, Susato-san?
It's about the telegram I received.
Ah. One arrived the first thing this morning, I suppose.
I've been summoned.
What? Summoned? What do you mean?
The telegram is from the Lord Chief Justice's office. Lord Strongheart is asked to see me.
The Lord Chief Justice? When?
Tomorrow morning.
What? Then we have to start preparing at once.
Oh, no, that won't be necessary, Naruhodo-san. I've been summoned alone.
Alone? What on earth for?
I have no idea. I suppose I shall find out tomorrow.
What's all this about? Whatever it is, it's all making me feel very uneasy. Oh, who could that be, I wonder?
Hey, friends!
Ah, Iris. Hello, Yem.
And Gina, too. Yes, Gina's going to stay with us tonight. She's going to sleep in with me. Isn't that right, Gina? Well, yeah. How lovely. Let me make a pot of tea. You know, I've learned so much today. Oh? What in particular? Oh, since Genie showed us, wasn't it wonderful?
Ah, you mean all those pickpocketing techniques. We had fun trying them out on each other, didn't we?
She has awakened a natural talent. I can earn a living from it.
You might be getting ahead of yourself a little there. So what brings you up to our humble quarters at this late hour?
Well, you see, I came to return this.
Wait, what?
That's mine. Oh my, however did you... I told you, didn't I? I have a natural talent for it.
Oh yes, I've forgotten. Iris literally is a child genius.
So anyway, here, you can have it back. Not that I really understand why you wear it, though.
Ah, thank you.
Alright then, good night.
Yes, good night.
So this is your office, is it?
Has she never seen our office before now?
What do you think, Teeny? I think I wouldn't pass too many chances with a lawyer won't leave in a place like this. Yes, me too.
Seems as though Iris here still has something she'd like to talk about.
I suppose she probably wants to talk about the manuscript.
Yes, I suppose she probably does.
Iris, I
think the audio may have broken. Oh yeah, it definitely did.
I suppose you're hoping to talk about the manuscript, aren't you? Aren't you going to tell me? I'm so sorry. I need a little more time, please. Alright, I understand. You might make me feel awkward. Oh no, not at all, Iris. Not at all. don't know what all this is about, really, but it's a story you made up, isn't it? Is it ours? This mental script or whatever you call it? It's not exactly a story that I made up. It's something I read in Daddy's diaries. Diaries? That's right. I was supposed to message it to you before I seen you, but I thought he was hurting his symptoms. His partner. Eh? He's had all sorts of strange and mysterious cases together. Is that right, mister?
Apparently so. I was as surprised as you were, though.
I'm telling you all the details of every single case down, you see, in his diaries. So I studied them and I write my stories based on what actually happened. So, where's your old man now, then? He had to go on an urgent business to a faraway land. It'll be gone a very long time.
Man. This is just so depressing.
So, I never really met him. Oh, why?
Come to think of it, I don't know anything about Gina's parents either. I should ask her. Well, let's do that. Hang on. It's a very involved process to speak to her about stuff. I realize I don't know anything about your parents, Gina.
I got any, have I? Never did I. Oh. Look, it's for orphans like me. No one wants nothing to do with us from the minute we're born, not even the mods. Not even our mums. We all stick together. The older ones look after the little ones and make sure they get by. So that's why you're a pickpocket. Nah, dolphins my life. I love it. I get a kick out. I'm gonna be every time I lift some pompous idiot's purse. That's how we all afford to eat. Like Robin Hood, you know? Oh, I see it. Oh, Gina. I do think about help with it sometimes. Well, it'd be like to have parents, I mean. I always thought it'd make everything right. But having listened to what I was just saying, it sounds like having parents ain't always easy either. Oh. I mean, if you never, you know you never had them, you'll feel like you're always wanting to meet them, you know. It's true. I do want to see Daddy so much. Oh, Iris.
Well, going off of that note, hold on. The Hound of the Baskervilles. Iris, this Hound of the Baskervilles story. I can't take it that's another tale inspired by your father's accounts?
That's right. I thought it was fascinating. No, it's different from the other cases, I mean.
Oh? How?
I don't really know. It must be special in some way. Because after I met him, I showed the manuscript to Hurley. He turned as white as a sheet. It was the first time I've ever seen him like that.
It pains me to have to say this after you've toiled over it for so long, Iris. But this story must not be published at this time, under any circumstances.
Why not? It's one of my best works.
I'm not at liberty to say, not now, so please, do not ask me.
Alright then, I won't.
But I do solemnly swear that I will explain everything one day, Iris, when the time is right. And that's how the manuscript came to be with Mr. Windibank, isn't it?
Yes. Ernest said it had to be somewhere very safe. Oh, well, that's my God, that does. He's treating you like a child. I mean, that's what he is, keeping secrets like that.
I'm sure Mr. Solmes isn't trying to be mean.
Eh?
If he said he wasn't at liberty to talk about it, I'm sure that there must have been a very good reason.
I think so too. You're a lot of trusted for your own good. But you can't pull the wool on my eyes. Solmes is lying to Iris. I bet my life on it.
What?
He's lying to me.
So we talked to her again? Yeah, Solmes is lie. Gina, what did you mean when you said that you want to know Mr. Solmes is lying to Iris?
Well, he reckons they put that mental script or whatever, right? But come on, that's obviously a lot of rubbish. Oh my, why would you think that, Gina? It's simple. If that story was really in old Windibank's storeroom, there's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words, you, could know about it. Ah. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you. Ah! God, it's still a lot worse than that, believe me. Belfast liars, a lot of them. You just ain't realised it yet. I tell you, that magical script ain't at Windibank's. You'd soon see if you had a look. Even if you think you can trust them, don't. I don't. That sounds as a liar like the rest of them. If I'm honest, I'm wondering if you're telling me the truth sometimes. Say, oh, but it's nice you can saw that. I sometimes wonder if you might have hidden my manuscript somewhere. Somewhere I don't know. It's hard for me to doubt him.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Iris.
Oh my goodness, look at the time. Come on, Jeannie, we should go back downstairs. Yeah, alright. And please, don't mention any of this to Hurley, will you?
No, of course not. Unless I come up in court. Good night then, Iris. Good night, Gina.
You must let me make breakfast for you tomorrow morning. I insist. Oh, yes, please. I can't wait, Susie. Good night, then.
Iris. Sure is easy to forget, isn't it? Sometimes she speaks just like an adult. Deep down, she's still just a child.
Well, I think it's time that I turned in for the night too, Naruhodo-san.
Dr. John H. Wilson, Iris' father, but also the name of the murdered visiting professor at Yume University. It can't be a mere coincidence. There's something deeper going on. Something's happening. Mr. Naruhodo. Mr. Naruhodo.
Mr. Naruhodo.
That voice, that's Mr. Solmes. Mr. Naruhodo. Mr. Naruhodo. What's going on? It's the middle of the night. It's Miss Lestrade. She's gone. Gina? She was supposed to be sleeping in Iris's room, but her bed is empty. Well, she's an independent young woman. She probably decided to go home, though. I think not. From speaking to her before she retired, I received the distinct impression that she was looking forward to breakfasting with Mrs. Susato. No, I don't believe the girl has gone home, but I've been waiting for over an hour now. Over an hour? Oh. If you'll indulge me, look out of the window, my dear fellow. What's this about? Wait, why is there a light on at this time of night? That's Mr. Winterbank's pawnbrokery. Mr. Winterbank's. Oh no. Hey, Sable, if that store is really an old Winterbank storeroom, there's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words, you, could know about it. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you. Katrina, come on. It seems you have some knowledge of the situation, Mr. Naruto. Sorry? Oh, no. No, not really. Well, anyway, we must investigate. At once! Mr. Sato. 16th April, 1:14 a.m., Baker Street. The door to Winterbanks. It's open. And the lamp is burning. It must be Gina, mustn't it? Is Gina gonna be in there dead? Let us hope it's nothing more sinister. What? Come, there's not a moment to lose. There's something is afoot inside. There's no one here. Oh yes, there is. Ah! Mr. Soames! Mr. Soames! What the? Soames been shot? Leave me, Mr. Naruto. But after them, go! Right. Blast! Lost them. Hello, what have we here? Hello, what have we here? Hello, Mr. Strays with this pawnbroker, sir. Do you know something about that? Officer, come with me. It's my friend, Mr. Soames. He's been shot. Shot. With help with the policeman close behind me, I ran back to Winterbanks.
Mr. Soames!
Mr. Naruto!
How bad is it? Never mind me, but there's much at stake. Behind that door.
He's not even bleeding.
In the storeroom. Hurry!
Oh, the pawnbroker and Gina is
Gina
unconscious? Gina's unconscious. She's because to be continued. I guess that's the YouTube video, another 49-minute one. I kind of hate that happened, but well, see you tomorrow, YouTube. This is the second one of these that's happened, so that's a little awkward. Alright, later, YouTube.